FouseyTube is unlike any creator in YouTube history. Most influencers rise once, some fall once, and few try to make a comeback. But Fousey, he's managed to rise, fall, rebuild, collapse, reinvent himself, and then completely self-destruct over and over again. And every time he came back, the cycle got bigger, louder, and more chaotic.
Hey, J. Cole, I did it, dog. I went bankrupt in 2018. I'm on the Miami freeway, by the way. Watch out, whoa, whoa.
This is the unbelievable rise and repeated downfall of FouseyTube. Yousef began his channel FouseyTube in March 2011. He got the name by switching the Y and the F in his first name, so it went from Yousef to Fousey. Soon after creating the channel, Fousey decided to upload a video called Rebecca Black Dancing in the Apple Store to Friday. And the video did well. It was him just dancing inside the Apple Store to the song Friday. In fact, it did so well that he decided to make another one to Jennifer Lopez dancing in the Apple Store again. And this got him his first few thousand subscribers. The issue is, you can only upload yourself dancing in the Apple Store so many times before people get bored, and Fousey understood that, and that's why 4 months later he released a video called Middle Eastern Parents, where he would actually add some variety to his channel. That video ended up doing very well for Fousey, in fact so well that he decided to shift his entire focus into Middle Eastern comedy skits, and it got him to 100,000 subscribers in under a year. After 2 years of uploading videos like that, he realized that he was only targeting people who understood Middle Eastern culture, and because of that, in mid-2013, he decided to shift his focus and uploaded his first prank video.
What are you doing? Don't fight it, just let it happen.
That Hold My Hand video ended up getting over 500,000 views in the first 2 weeks of uploading. And Fousey saw this as a success, so he decided to release another video called Gym Prank That's My Machine Bro.
I come to this gym to use this machine. This is my machine. You need to wait. You need to wait.
You want to step outside?
You want to step outside?
That video ended up doing even better, getting over 1.1 million views in the first month. But he wasn't fully just uploading prank videos at this time. Unlike other prank channels at the time, Fousey added something extra. He was uploading social experiments, helping the homeless, trying to bring attention to bullying. He often gave motivational speeches and showed emotional weaknesses.
I go through serious depression. There is a mental illness that I have. Just recently I got off the medication for cold turkey and I'm fighting that battle right now.
This made him seem like a lot more than just a creator, and it helped him blow up. By 2014, Fousey would surpass 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and by 2015 he would become one of the biggest creators on the platform. On the outside it looked like Yousef was unstoppable, but on the inside, his mental health was slowly declining. Yousef never tried to hide his mental health issues. In fact, he openly talked about them on his Dose of Fousey channel. But the issue is, as he got bigger, his problems also grew with him. By the middle of 2016, it seemed like Fousey had everything he ever wanted. He won Entertainer of the Year at the Streamy Awards, he was touring with Roman Atwood, he was collabing with multiple celebrities. But then, something weird happened. He would upload a video called Try Not to Laugh featuring Kevin Hart, and after what looked like his best year yet, just disappeared off the platform for 7 months. One of the main reasons for his disappearance is because prank channels started getting called out for faking their pranks, and sadly, Fousey was one of the ones that got targeted the most. So instead of continuing to make fake prank videos, he just disappeared altogether. Yousef would return in a video titled Dear YouTube. In this video, he talked about having everything in the world and realizing that it was never enough to actually make him happy. He said he felt isolated from everyone and that he would just refuse to collaborate with any other creators. He went on to say that he sold everything that he had and wanted to start a new series where he would stay at different creators and viewers' houses. Part of that series included a promise of a $100,000 charity donation to a charity that his community decided to choose. The issue is, that donation never happened.
Where I'm going to get money, I have no idea. I'm freezing all my money. But before I do that, I'm donating $100,000 to charity.
Now just to clarify, he was helping people in this series, he just never donated $100,000. But I for one, still liked the series regardless. I thought it was entertaining and it actually looked like he was having an enjoyable time. The problem that he ran into is YouTube decided to just take his earnings and slash them by 95%. So now he was only earning 5% of what he normally would make on YouTube based on the same exact viewership, which, realistically speaking, would kill anybody's motivation to upload. Because YouTube decided to slash his pay by 95%, he started uploading less again, and his mental health looked like it was getting worse and worse and worse. All of this ended up leading to his biggest mental breakdown. In 2018, Fousey would push his massive event that he called Hate Dies, Love Arrives, a massive meetup in LA featuring celebrities, artists, and according to Fousey himself, Drake. You know what the issue with that is? He lied to his audience yet again.
I see his second right-hand man and he nods at me like this. I did it. I was hyped.
So you didn't meet Drake, he just looked at you.
There were no confirmed artists, no proper security, no stage management. All of it was just lies and hype. On the day of the event, chaos broke out because thousands of people showed up to see Drake, but a bomb threat got called in and police shut down the entire venue, which is when Fousey decided he was gonna go live.
Or if it's a success, I become a good person. But why are you gonna profit on me being a good person? Why can't I make a documentary on this story? Why are you gonna release this documentary? I guarantee you I'll be with Drake tonight in the club. I promise you that.
The thing that made no sense is, why was Yousef lying about everything? Why did he say that all these creators were going to be there and that Drake was going to show up when Drake was actually in New York at the time? Like, why lie about it? He went from being this massive YouTuber to now becoming the biggest YouTube disaster of 2018. After Keemstar released his documentary on the entire event, Yousef disappeared for an entire year. And I'm not going to sit here and defend what Keemstar did, because I think that he did take advantage of Fousey's mental health, but he's also not the reason that Fousey decided to lie to everyone. After his year-long hiatus, Yousef finally returned, and this time he had a new identity: boxing. Yousef trained his ass off for boxing. He did everything he could to get in shape, rebuilt his entire physique, and promised everybody a comeback that they would not forget. On September 29th, 2019, Yousef finally had his first fight, and it was against another YouTuber named Slim. The only issue is, he lost that fight by TKO. Although Fousey got clowned on for his TKO loss, I honestly had a lot of respect for him because most people themselves would not step into a ring and start boxing. So props to Fousey for actually trying it. Although it didn't work out in his favor and he decided to change his identity soon after, at least he tried it. After giving up on boxing, Fousey tried many different things. He tried to be a motivational speaker, a vlogger, a mental health advocate, but none of these things were actually working for him, so he gave up on them soon after. All of that changed in 2023 when Yousef made his biggest comeback yet, streaming on Twitch. Fousey 2.0 became a viral machine. Constant content, non-stop energy, unpredictable moments, massive raids, and a huge audience. For a brief moment, it honestly looked like Fousey had finally found a platform where his chaotic personality thrived. But again, the bigger he got, the bigger the mental decline was, and people began watching him just to see him get worse and worse and worse. His ego went through the roof, and creators started using him just to get stuff out of him. Nobody actually cared about his mental health or him as a person, they just cared about what he could do for them. At one point, Fousey decided to tell his chat that he was no longer taking the medication that was prescribed to him, and because of this, he was getting more and more ballistic by the day. And still, at no point did anyone around him try to help him. It got so bad that Fousey started to believe that the troll that was in his chat, who was threatening his friends and family, was actually responsible for everything bad happening in Fousey's life at the time. Then on August 22nd, 2023, Fousey had his biggest mental break to date, and it all happened live on Kick.
Sit down and calm down. Relax. I'm gonna get because a guy told me I'm gonna die tonight. You want me to relax? Yo, sit down and let me give her the address.
He wants to kill me. Send the fucking cops. Send the cops. There's a gun to my head right now. There's a gun to my head. Help, ma'am. I don't. He's a stalker.
Okay, and who is this guy?
I don't fucking know.
You guys are dumb as fuck, man. You guys are literally dumb as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Hey, record this. Security, come in here now.
I personally think the police made the right decision by handcuffing him because he was clearly a danger to himself and nobody around him was actually doing anything to help him. So in my opinion, they did right by doing that. But again, FouseyTube disappeared after this entire thing happened. This break did not last long, and he again came back with a brand new identity. Now, he was a rapper. Fousey said he now wanted to be known as Crash Out YSC, and that a new album was coming, and that he was going to be the next Drake. The only issue is, every time he started rapping, it sounded awful.
I'm a triple threat when I feel boxed in.
This phase didn't last long, because he said he was going to collab with all these massive artists, but he never did it. And then in January 2025, his album came out, and it flopped. It had less than 50,000 listeners. After failing to gain any traction at all in the rap industry, he decided to give up and try something else. And that's when he announced that he was going to be doing a 30-day water fast. One of the biggest points of this entire water fast was the money that he was raising. He said every single dollar that was donated and every sub that he got was all going to be donated to a charity of the viewer's choice at the end of the entire challenge. Yousef was live 24/7 throughout the entire water fast, and he completed it, which props to him. Most people cannot do that. And he did it. Even with everyone hating on him during the process, he did it, and he did it for himself, which is great. But the only issue is, he scammed the money that he said he was going to donate. After finishing the challenge, he decided to shift his focus into becoming a food creator. And he didn't talk about the donation at all. Instead, he just started making content talking about food and making food and what he was eating. Then Fousey started going live streaming his workouts. But the issue is, people were asking about the donation because he never made it. Then on April 29th, he mentioned the donations for the last time. He said that he has not yet donated the money and that he's working on a plan to distribute it and making it count. But we never heard about it again. He never mentioned it again. Anytime anyone asked, he never brought it up again. So he essentially scammed $15,000 worth of donations that he got for charity. He continued to post content and tried to shift his focus completely from the water fast. He didn't want anyone talking about it. But then in July, he disappeared again. But as we learned already with Fousey, every time he disappears, he comes back as someone else. This time, he's a fitness coach. With all that being said, I do wish Fousey the best. I want to see him surround himself by people that actually care about him and aren't just there to take advantage of him. I want to see him doing good, and I want to see him just stop lying to people. He has no reason to do so. I also wish he would just donate the money that he scammed. I want to know your guys' opinion on the entire FouseyTube situation, so let me know that down in the comments below. If you have any ideas for who you would like me to cover next, also let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you boys in the next one.